Hello, Lisa. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda's channel. Thank you for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload videos, you'll be the first person to be notified. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of ours. You guys are the real MVP. So lovely. So I came across this video on my For You. It's actually going viral on the social platform where people are reacting to the fact that a Turkish woman was just, on a date, on a date like being, well, I even say that she was kidnapped by ICE. And this got people reacting like, is it that people do not have any freedom of movement anymore? I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of all the stitches I was able to put together. Please let me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. Alright, lovelies, let's dive into it.
New video shows the moment federal authorities detained a Tufts University graduate student. Rümeysa Öztürk is a Turkish national with a valid student visa. Her lawyer says the Department of Homeland Security agents apprehended her on Tuesday in Somerville, Massachusetts, as she was on her way to break her Ramadan fast with friends. A senior Department of Homeland Security official tells NBC News Öztürk engaged in activities in support of Hamas. According to her lawyer, she was not given access to attorney for 24 hours and is now being held at a detention center in Louisiana. No criminal charges have been filed. Senator, what do you say about this? What can be done? Just watching this video is incredibly disturbing.
This should matter to every single American. Okay, first of all, the president doesn't need the Alien Enemies Act in order to remove from this country people who pose a threat to the nation, people who have engaged in criminal behavior or who have coordinated with terrorist groups. He has that power under existing law to remove from the country non-citizens. So he doesn't need this authority. What he is trying to do is put America on war footing. This is an act that has only been exercised 3 times in American history: during the War of 1812, during the First World War, and during the Second World War. It is a wartime authority. And what you really worry about is the president continuing to move forward in exercising wartime powers in order to suspend additional elements of the Constitution. He, of course, has shown affection for something called the Insurrection Act, which would put the military in charge of everyday law enforcement in this country. You are watching along multiple channels this massive slide away from democracy and democratic norms. And so that video is chilling because A, the president doesn't need that act to be able to remove a threat, but B, it speaks to his willingness to try to put America in a kind of quasi-martial law that ultimately will come to be a threat not just to green card holders, but to American citizens as well. So it's a really worrying time, and everybody in America should care what's happening.
Without this video, would we even know where the student is right now? Rümeysa gets stopped on the street by a bunch of thugs in plain clothing. Every person in this video is fully masked up. Why? Are you not proud of what you're doing? Are you not proud of being a fascist? And what did she do to get disappeared by ICE? She wrote an essay. If you're in a situation like this where you are filming, you can and should be asking for their name and badge numbers. If you are a student activist, it is so important that you know your trusted friends' full name, date of birth, country of origin, so in case they get disappeared, you can find them in the ICE detainee locator. This also applies to any of you who are jornaleros or whose parents are day laborers or construction workers, or you yourself work in those fields. If one of your fellow workers does not come back to their family after they go out and work and get detained, you don't want to be in a situation where they've been completely disappeared and you cannot find them in the ICE detainee locator because you don't know their name, date of birth, and country of origin.
Is it me, or has it been crickets from American pro-Palestinians now that they've helped solidify the eradication of Palestine? Now that they've helped turn Gaza into Trump-Israeli resort? Because back just a few months ago, they were very loud and very proud to use their large platforms to demonize and denounce the candidate who said that she wanted a ceasefire, a two-state solution, and dignity for the Palestinian people.
You don't want to vote for Jill? Vote for Donald Trump. But do not give a vote to Kamala Harris.
Keep Palestinians' names out of your mouth when you're trying to defend your decision for voting for Kamala.
I'm anti-black for calling her a token ethnic, but
because I proudly use my platform to deter people from voting for the genocide there, Kamala Harris, proudly.
Like I've said, I personally would not vote for her as a Palestinian. It's my right. I would never vote for a war criminal.
Now that they got exactly what they voted for, and the poor Palestinians in the Middle East are now suffering through the final chapter of Palestine, American pro-Palestinians who voted for that are not using their platforms to speak out about it. Not like the way they used their platform to speak out against Kamala, since they loved mispronouncing her name so much.
I hope you are as alarmed as I am about the assault on our First Amendment free speech rights. I've never seen this. He's having students deported, not because they are here illegally, they're here legally, but because he doesn't like what they say. At the Justice Department, of all places, he gave a speech where he said that press who reported negatively on him are, quote, illegal. And one of the most astonishing things is that he's restricting access to the AP because they won't bend the knee to him and call it the Gulf of Mexico when he wants it to be called the Gulf of America. All those Americans who came before us and stood up to defend our First Amendment rights, we owe them a debt of gratitude, and we owe it to each other to defend the rights that are our birthright in this country. And I am pledging to you that I will continue to do every single thing I can to protect your freedom of speech and our freedom of press.
Yet another American legal resident has been detained. The footage is fucking chilling. And it shows over 5 plainclothes officers detain her. She asked if she could call the cops, and they said they were the cops. Because they are. This is what the American government is. She was a graduate student at Tufts. She was legally here. No one questions that. No one has accused her of a crime. The only thing she has been accused of is being pro-Palestinian. Or, as the Trump administration seems to think all of us are, pro-Hamas. But make no mistake, this is not about Palestine. It is a little bit, but it's much more about testing you. Will you stand by as documented legal residents are disappeared because of their political opinion? And my question to you then is, how long does it take for you to stand by for citizens to be disappeared and sent into an El Salvadorian prison, like Trump has already suggested he wants to do? If we don't organize, agitate, and return the actions that they are committing against the people, then they will continue committing violence against us. And it is not just the big bad Trump administration doing it, but it is the infrastructure of fascism and authoritarianism that has been building for the past 70 years in America. Every single ICE agent, every single police officer, every single government official following an order from a fascist regime. They are complicit or actively criminal. So treat them as such. And we have the right to self-defense against fascistic governments when they violate our rights so clearly. So remember these people, say their names, don't forget that they are testing you because you will be next.
America has lost its damn mind. I'm on the way to the Fulton 18 trial, and I put on my phone and I'm seeing that last night, this all happened last night while I was sleeping, a woman in America was detained by ICE and taken away. So let me tell you who she is. She's a Turkish national, but she's on an F1 visa, which means she is totally legal to be in America. She is a graduate of Tufts University. Her name is Rumeysa Ozturk. I'm sorry if I got that wrong, but Miss Ozturk is there in America legally. But because she's pro-Palestinian and because she wrote a piece in her university newspaper speaking out against Israel, ICE has taken her away. And let me tell you, is so disturbing. Imagine this, as a woman, you're walking down the street, out of nowhere, a man with a mask over his face approaches you and grabs your hand. And while he's doing that, another man comes from the side. The woman literally screams out. And I swear, if I heard correct, she even switched to Turkish and she was saying, bilmiyorum, like, I don't know. That's how scared she was. For a second, she switched back to her native tongue. And as someone that's lived abroad, that is what happens when you're scared. You go back to what your mind knows. And then you can hear her in English trying to figure out what's going on. And then there's like 6, 7 of them all masked up, not explaining anything. That's a woman's worst nightmare. You think you're about to get kidnapped, you're about to get trafficked, like what the hell? And then they put her in this van and she's in they've taken her to Louisiana, that's it. So they've taken her to a whole nother state, even though apparently from what I've read, a judge was like, no, a federal judge was like, no, you can't do that, you have to keep her in this state. So she's in an ICE facility somewhere in Louisiana. This is so messed up. I can't believe this. So this is not about illegal immigrants. This is not about criminals. They're now penalizing anyone that has a valid visa, even a green card, if they speak out against the occupying secular genocidal state of Israel. I can't believe this. And now I'm on my way to a trial of 18 people that have been on remand for 8 months and could face several years in prison. Why? Because they did a crime for humanity. They dismantled a factory that was making weapons to kill Palestinians. Like, seriously, this world is something different. Anyway, I'll catch up with you guys later. I'm running late as usual. The bus driver saw me at the bus stop and just like carried on driving. But I will get there. I will be there and I will report back to you guys on the trial and everything later.
ICE is using names off this list, canarymission.org, to target protesters. They are snatching people off the street. They just yesterday abducted a woman from Somerville who is a graduate student who is here legally on a visa. Ramezia Ozturk, I'm probably butchering her name, but she was snatched off the street by plainclothes officers who covered their faces. I posted about this already. I feel like TikTok is tanking it, so I'm trying again. This is why I think that they're using this Canary Mission website to target people, and it seems to be people in blue cities. If you use the search function on this website, so I selected East Coast, Massachusetts, student. She's the first name at the top of this list. So if you are not a US citizen, if you weren't born here, if you have a visa, if you have a green card, it doesn't matter. If you're on this website, please make yourself safe. Stay inside or relocate, because it seems like they were tracking her for days before they snagged her. This is fucking terrifying.
Every man, woman, and child living in this country has a serious problem. Whether you're a citizen or not, it doesn't matter. You have a problem. Whether it's happening right now in front of you or 2-3 years from now, you have a major issue on your hands. You see this woman above me? She's a Tufts University student. She was just arrested. Now, before I continue, this isn't like that kid from Colombia. They said that boy was breaking into buildings, doing all type of stuff. This woman posted an article inside of her school newspaper showing her support for Palestine, showing all the businesses that do dealings with Israel, basically exercising her freedom of speech for real this time. For real this time. No criminal, nothing involved. A bunch of men in masks on video, go look it up. A bunch of men in masks came, picked her up, threw her inside of a car, and took her somewhere that nobody has no idea where she's at right now. You see how it's a slippery slope? At first, we wanted the criminals, right? At first, no, forget that. At first, we wanted the illegals. At first, we wanted the illegals. Now they're going after the legals because of their political standing. Yo, it doesn't matter if you voted for Trump, if you voted for Biden, if you're a Democrat, Republican, Libertarian, it doesn't matter. You like to talk, don't you? You like to say things, right? You like to speak your mind, right? You don't feel it because it's happening to them. But look, it's clear as day. It's inching closer and closer to us. It's itching closer and closer. This woman wrote an article. She got doxxed by regular citizens, people who have an agenda. and the government came and picked her up. Yo, nah, that's scary. That's different. That's not the same. That's not, I don't care what anybody says. This is not like the rest of them. I haven't heard a case like this yet. I heard of a woman who's been living here for 35 years from Colombia, and then they kicked her out. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't find citizenship within 35 years. Like, I've seen a bunch of stories where you can go, damn, that sucks. That's wrong. But this one is scary. This is a piece being moved on the chessboard. If you don't say nothing about this now, don't say anything about this when it's you. What, you think they're going to stop there? What? They literally said we wanted just the illegals. Now they're going after people with PhDs and doctorates and people who actually pay taxes and is here living legally. We have a problem, America. America, we have a serious problem. And you know what's crazy? It's like, I've never thought I could say this in my life, but this one issue might outweigh anything and everything coming from that camp. Like, I couldn't imagine any American, anybody in this country feeling like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, the greater good, like the greater good, because the greater good eventually is going to come to your front door. The greater good's going to come to your front door. This is the example. This is clear as day. Anybody can see this. I have too much faith in this country for me to think that you guys don't see this. I know you guys love Trump. I know you guys are trying to die on a hill. But this one, if you don't see this coming from a mile away, and they're literally taking them without any due process. They're putting them in places, no lawyers, taking them away from their family. Like, yo, y'all got to stop. Don't you see you're losing the country? Stop it, bro. It's the bad outweighs the good at this point. I don't care what that man's doing. This is insane. Or at least if they come out and explain it, I'll get it. If they say, yo, nah, breathe easy. She was smashing buildings. Chill out. What are you talking? She was doing crime. If she was doing a crime, listen, let's talk about it. But anything other than exercising her free will, her free speech, we got a problem, man. Let me know what you think about this down in the
comments. I just hope that all of the people that, agree in voting for this type of system are seeing what is actually happening. I hope that both the Palestinian people, both the migrant supporters, both every other person that is so involved in getting people where they are right now. I hope that they are seeing what is really going on. So, I was actually thinking that these guys were coming for undocumented immigrants, the ones who commits crimes, who migrated illegal, and all of that, with all of the bad records. I thought that these people specifically are coming for those type of people, and every other people also think so. But the story is changing. Like, the story is changing, and people shouldn't even be shocked because this is expected. There is nothing that meets the eyes that the eyes cannot see. You know, this lady who migrated legally, like legally migrated, maybe through student visas and all of that. She's all the way as we have, described her in the stitches that put her. She's a respectable human being, and she is just a calm and sweet person, the way at which they have described her. Then, on a day like this, doing her normal life routine and all of that, all of a sudden, she is being held by these people. Or because they think that she is giving her opinion. Like, that means you don't even have right for your opinion. There is no democracy anymore. Like, you don't have right to air your opinion. You don't have right to say whatever that you think your opinion should be on your own self. Like, you don't even need to come out to speak. So that is how bad everything has become. I hope the people we're talking about, I hope they are so happy with everything that is going on. From undocumented to anybody can be deported. Like, if she can easily be, with her background, that means no one is even exceptioned. The only people that is exceptioned, I think people that looks like me, the real, you know what I mean. But every other person, any kind of immigrant, be you a student or whatsoever, you are not. You might be on your own, and somebody will just come with all marks on their faces to come put inside their car, and that is it. And the way at which they come is even so scary, with marked face, no any sort of uniform or something. Like, I do not understand what is really going on. There's more to it. They're just trying to look for a way to shush people up. They don't want your opinion. Just keep it to yourself. If you don't like what is going on, you should just shush out from the country. This is just what they want. And it's just so satisfying that exactly millions of people voted for this. You know? You don't have any form of, free speech and all of that. Mm-mm. Anything you have to say, that means when you see someone is being treated, in an ill manner, you have to just leave them to continue doing that. Is that the society that that is very conducive for, the upcoming generations? Is that the society you want to create for these upcoming generations? Not quite long, a bill was passed, I think is in Florida, that's warrant underage, like 14, to go work. They're just looking for means, like for means not to get people educated, to take people back in time. Like, this is just so disorganized. And the thing is that when you speak out, when you want to like complain, you are also going to be detained. So you just have to keep quiet. You just have to watch them do their thing without uttering any word. So if they tell you sit, you sit. You don't have right to speak. And where are all of these pro-Palestinian people that came out for people that looks like me, that was telling you to leave Palestinians name out from your mouth, that is saying that if you voted for Madam XVP, you are not welcome to our community. I hope that, like, why are they even hiding? I can't see nothing. They are not even, showing off on my For You anymore. All of those profile and what's a view. I can't find them. They are nowhere to be found. This is where they need to come in. This is where they need to speak out. Now they're all in hiding. They're all in hiding. But during that time, they left what they were supposed to do, the campaign that they were supposed to do, and focus more on coming for people that looks like me. If they had that time that they were using to come for people that looks like me to make their own research, I think that people might not even be in this predicament. But no, they left the research that they were supposed to do. They left all of their time and energy to focus on bringing their own community together in order to educate them more on why they need to do the right thing. They left all of those things, but they're focusing more of their attention to people that look like we, calling them colonizers and all of that. Like, this, this is just so ridiculous. This is just so funny. Who can even think that things like this will happen? People were just so busy believing lies upon lies upon lies, especially Hispanic people that saw the handwriting on the wall. Am I even talking about only Hispanic people? Even power people. They saw the handwriting on, instead of them to, ask for, make their own research, try to see the way at which they can come together with people that look like me and do the right thing. They decided to divide. They decided to launch a campaign of abandon Harris, making it difficult for other people that actually wanted to vote for her not to vote at all. And now everybody is facing it. And you're calling black people to come help you or to come out, and everybody's going to test. No, they are used to it. They are used to it. This incident actually reminds me of so many incidents that have happened in the past that I stitched their video, that, when a black person was just on their own, maybe driving or whatsoever, you see a cop person, arresting you and taking you, like, it's just as if the table has turned. to other POC people to experience what people that looks like me have been experiencing for a very long time. Anyway, lovely listener, just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. So guys, if you've not subscribed to this channel, please do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button, like, and I will see you lovely when I upload the next. Wanna just leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. So if you've not subscribed to this channel, do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button, like, and I will see you lovely when I upload the next one.